And there you see the same bloodline extending back thousands and thousands of years. The myth being that despite the numerous invasions which the peninsula endured over the centuries, the Korean race was able to preserve its pure bloodline, its unique homogeneity. And you can see that homogeneity pictured below. I wonder if anybody recognizes where that picture comes from. Anybody who's been reading the news recently. It's from the new North Korean currency. And you can see from those faces, those people look like clones. And that really is kind of the message. Because, according to the North Korean regime, the unique strength and unity of North Korea derives from the homogeneity of the Korean race. And these mass games that I think you've all seen on TV, and maybe some of you have seen that documentary, A State of Mind, they're commonly misperceived in the West as Stalinist exercises in anti-individualism. We mistakenly think that the goal is to stamp out their sense of self, to make them all behave in the same way. And that's actually not the case. These mass games are very joyous celebrations of the racial homogeneity from which the strength of the race derives. The North Korean looks at these displays and sees thousands and thousands of girls of the same height, the same build, the same skin color, the same hairstyle, and feels a pride in the homogeneity of the race. The logic is a little bit funny for us, you know, to think that because a race is homogeneous, it's uniquely pure. And this is kind of the logic. Because Koreans are all alike, they are much kinder to each other than people in more heterogeneous nations. Here's another interesting slogan from a North Korean magazine. I always say that North Korean propaganda is a bit like a fascist's idea of what communist propaganda should look like, because you've got the left-wing terminology being used to put across a race-based message, which is actually incompatible with Marxism-Leninism. I can't stress that often enough. This is not a nationalist-tinged Marxism like you had in Yugoslavia. This is a way of looking at the world in almost exclusively racial categories, and nothing could be further removed than Marx's basic idea of workers of the world unite.